Bryan Kramer should be ashamed of himself. He's a dismissed MP. He was dismissed for corruption. So he cannot come out claiming to be a corruption fighter. How can a corrupt person claim to be a corruption fighter? That raises a lot of questions. Therefore, I call on Bryan Kramer to keep his mouth shut, and let others talk. Thank you. Hello, Papua New Guinea. I filed a formal complaint with the National Fraud and Anti-Corruption Directorate Office in Konitabu against Health Minister Jelta Wong and the Health Secretary during last term in office for allegations of misusing COVID-19 funds. Once I filed the complaint with the National Fraud and Anti-Corruption Directorate Office, at that time, Police Minister was none other than the member from Madang, Honorable Bryan Kramer. Bryan Kramer interfered with the complaint which I lodged. He issued directions for the National Fraud and Anti-Corruption Directorate Office to put on hold or set aside the investigation. And the government engaged a private consultant firm to do the auditing for the accounts. They're supposed to engage the appropriate authority, Auditor General, to look into the accounts. But for some unknown reasons, Bryan Kramer and the government engaged a private consultant firm. Outcome of the auditing by the consultant firm was not in favor. Maybe they found nothing wrong, and that auditing raises a lot of questions. And now we see a lot of people complain here and there, calling on the government to audit or give a report of the COVID-19 funds amounting into billions of kina. Where were you when I lodged? I was the first person to raise alarm and file a complaint against the Health Minister and Health Secretary at that time. So now we see someone coming out claiming to be a corruption fighter. Former Police Minister Bryan Kramer was dismissed from office for allegation for abuse of office, for corruption. He was found guilty, dismissed from office, but he appealed against the decision with the Supreme Court, and he was reinstated back while the Supreme Court is pending. Bryan Kramer should be ashamed of himself. He's a dismissed MP. He was dismissed for corruption. So he cannot come out claiming to be a corruption fighter. How can a corrupt person claim to be a corruption fighter? That raises a lot of questions. Therefore, I call on Bryan Kramer to keep his mouth shut, and let others talk. Thank you.